I feel so nervous and odd at the same time, and so blessed to be here, but so undeserving. I look around and I hear all of these stories, and the impact that it has on me tonight especially is something kind of profound. Never have I met a community so gracious and giving, but in expressing their stories, but a community that is kind of united in wanting to tell their stories. And I'm just grateful and thankful to Julie, Diana, and everyone a part of this community for allowing me to be here tonight. Thank you. I think Diana is firstly one of the most greatest writers, producers of our industry. Absolutely, hands down. But also one of the most amazing, genuine, loving, caring, kind human beings, and my favorite person on the planet. So I love you dearly, and thank you so much. I was asked to tell a story, but being typically Asian, growing up with a strong gangsta Korean mother, Milton, I thought, who wants to hear my story? It's not so good. Maybe I shouldn't. That's very Korean of me. But I think my story is very united within the story of the community. It's a story of gratitude, basically. I come from three very strong women. My aunt, my mother, and my grandmother, all from Seoul, Korea. My grandmother started out as a farmer, and her husband passed away at the age of 42. My mom at the time was in her 20s, and they had two siblings, my aunt and my other aunt. So they had to raise them while my grandfather died and trying to run the farm. My mother went to university and became a journalist, actually, and started reporting for the Korean news at that time. But when the Vietnam War happened, Korea being the society that it was, and parts of it still is, they wouldn't allow women to report the news. So quickly, my mom said F off and went over to Okinawa to kind of find more work. My father comes from a different background. He was actually second generation Japanese and born in an internment camp. So the struggles post-intern, growing up as a little Japanese boy, in Los Angeles, California, wasn't the best of childhoods, I would say. So he kind of strapped on his, bootstraps and continued on through his life, and was fortunate enough to run a successful insurance company, traveled to Okinawa, Japan on holiday, where he met my mom, and what was supposed to be, I believe, 2 weeks, turned out to 7 years. They bore my brother, who's 7 years older, or 5 years older than I. So when he was 7 and I was 2, we moved over to Los Angeles. What's interesting, I feel, about my story that's very similar to other stories, it's the immigrant story. It's the story of the struggle to get to America, to work hard so that your children or the next generation can have these opportunities. Why I feel so grateful and undeserving of this honoree is that I'm only here because of the people that brought me here. I'm only here because of Diana's sons of the world. I'm only here because of my mom, my aunt, and my grandmother. I'm only here because of every single individual that has helped within the community, that has helped work hard to allow myself the opportunities, is the reason why I'm being honored. So in essence, this honor is truly for everyone else. It's really truly for everyone here. A small tidbit of why I enjoy and love Diana so much is because within the entertainment arts, it's really hard to find really solid male roles and role models. As you know, I played a lot of gangsters and bad guys most of my life, and so when a writer such as Diana writes something so compelling and so amazing within a script, but then also creates a very alpha, male, sexy, modern man. Why she casted me, I have no idea. But I'm very thankful. Thank you. But I truly believe it's the struggle of everyone that came before me. It's the people, especially in this room, that are continuing to fight the good fight. It's the creators, it's the writers, it's the producers, it's the artists, it's the businessmen and women. It's everyone within this particular community that want to tell their stories to help the next generation rise up. And I'm only hoping to follow suit. So I thank you all so very much for honoring me, but I honor you all most definitely in return, and I thank you so very much.